Hi, welcome to the Dillage. This is our podcast where we talk about whatever we want. I'm Shay.
And I'm Bobby.
We're already laughing. Okay, welcome to season 2. So, we're glad to be back. This season we're going to do a couple more fun things than we did last season. So we're going to have more guest speakers, like every 5th episode or so. But we also want to take all of your questions. So send them in.
Please send them in. We
We
want to know what you guys think.
Yes.
So bad.
So bad. So anyway, today for our fun little intro, I guess we decided, I don't know.
Yeah.
We decided we're going to do 2 truths and a lie. Because we've never done this with each other before.
Yeah.
So we're going to tell surprising things. Now, I wanted to ask you, are we going to ask each other questions to, like, discover if it's true or not? Or are we just going to go through it?
I think you have to figure it out yourself and then whatever. Because
I want to ask you questions.
well, I feel like you can ask questions after, once you know.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
Yeah.
So am I going to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right, awesome.
Okay, go.
Okay, so I love Shakespeare. You know that.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
So I actually memorized the longest soliloquy in Shakespeare. Well, it depends on who you ask. Some people say it's...
What the frick?
Well, some people say it's Richard III's from Henry the Sixth, Part 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at your
what do you
version.
mean? Like,
Okay. Well, because
like when you count like words or letters or something,
they
or
count
like
lines. They count lines.
Oh,
So-
well, shucky darns. Like,
Anyway.
so if someone overspeaks their lines, they're like, "Oop, only 20 lines."
Yeah, whatever.
Okay,
But like,
whatever.
so no, the other one that is in contestation for longest soliloquy is Barone's speech from Love's Labour Lost, which is my favorite Shakespeare play. And
Wow.
he is basically it's towards the end of the play, and he's like lecturing the other men about love, and it's a really cool speech. And I thought, you know what? Put a feather in your cap. I want to memorize the longest soliloquy because like Hamlet's is cool, but like Barone's.
I mean, I
Barone.
don't even know him,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay. No, he's cool. I like Barone. He's hilarious.
Okay.
Okay. So the next one, so another truth is that I killed 3 cars in 2 days,
Mm.
and that was awful. Okay, and I didn't have a cell phone,
Mm.
so there you go. There's a huge story there. Okay, and then the last one
Mm-hmm.
is I actually learned how to drive from a race car driver.
Mm.
So
Okay.
the race car family they're local from here in Utah. They're 3 generations of
We live in Utah.
yes, we live in Utah.
I don't know if you've ever said that.
We have
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
last season. Hey, we live in Utah.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, no. So they're local racers here, and when they taught me how to drive, or he taught me how to drive rather, they were trying to break the land speed record out at the salt flats.
And you learned out at the salt flats?
No,
I guess
I
I'm
didn't
not supposed to ask.
No, I didn't learn out of the salt flats.
It was
but-
going on at the time.
Yes, so
Okay, I see.
that's who I learned how to
I was
drive
like,
from.
you're a liar.
At the salt flats.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah,
be epic. I would have loved.
That
to
would be
learn how to drive out
crazy.
there. No,
At
I
least you
learned
wouldn't
how
have to worry about crashing or anything.
I know.
And
that
if you
would've been
do,
awesome.
that'd be upsetting.
I've never driven his race car though.
Okay.
So
Okay.
all right.
All right.
So,
So let me
there
work
they are.
this through.
I memorized Barone's speech. I
Uh-huh.
killed 3 cars in 2 days, and I learned how to drive from a race car driver.
Okay, so the first one, I'm pretty sure that you've mentioned that you've memorized things, and that seems a very you thing to do.
Okay.
I don't know if this is one of those tricks where it's like, I like the sky, but not the clouds. And then you're like, yeah, I actually do like the sky and the clouds. Haha, gotcha. Like, you know what I mean?
See, I was ready for you to like interrogate me and be like, "What is line 72 saying?"
Oh,
And
no.
I'd have to be like, "Oh, give me a second."
I have to count it out.
You know?
Oh, frick. No, I wouldn't do that to you. That's intense.
I mean, if you started in the middle of the speech, I could probably pick it up.
Dude, I don't even know who that is, and I don't think I've ever even heard of that play.
Love's Labour Lost?
No.
Okay, we need to do a podcast if Shakespeare is valid in the modern day. That's
Oh my gosh.
another one we need to do.
That's gonna be you just talking the whole time and me nodding.
I
Or
will.
going, what?
Or you can refute it and say Shakespeare's stupid.
I
Okay.
mean,
What do you think about me killing 3 cars in 2 days?
that is also a question because I know that you have car, like, curses.
I
Where
have
you
car curses.
have an issue with keeping cars. And, like, because, like, you told us about, at least you told me about the, like, where you, like, spun around and got almost hit by a semi.
Yeah.
Like that thing.
I
and stuff.
have so many ways that I've almost died.
So that's why I'm freaking nuts.
Okay.
So that's like it's like plausible for the whatever, but also is that a trick? Am I too worried about you're gonna trick me? It was 4 cars, it wasn't 3 cars. I gotcha.
Come on, I'm not that
shouldn't be
clever. Come
driving. But I also know you don't like driving, so it's also one of those where
Well,
you're
not
like,
anymore.
you're like, this is the reason, man. This is the
I
reason.
used to love driving. Now I hate it, man.
Do you?
Yeah.
I always hate driving.
Oh no. I
There's
used to
hardly a
love it.
time that I liked it.
No, I'd get my friends in the car. We'd go to drive like way out anywhere, and then
Oh,
come
yeah?
back when gas prices didn't cost
Weren't-
like your firstborn child.
Yeah, frick.
Yeah.
And then the last one is the race car, and you've never mentioned that, I don't think.
From my previous life as a rebel.
in between me trying to die. I thought I would have a little more adventure and
Learn how to drive.
go
from a
faster when I
racer.
die. So that's the
Which
one.
one
I'm
do you
kind
think
of
is for
like-
sure true? I'm
I
curious.
think the first one's for
The
sure
Shakespeare?
true. I think that's the most like
Most likely
that's
that
like
I would do
like
that?
yeah.
My arrogant pride led me to let me to memorize
I just
the
think
longest
I just
speech.
know that you love Shakespeare
I
that
do.
much that I'm like, okay, that's got to be
I
it.
do.
I think, and I just feel like the race car one's gonna be true too, just because it'll be like a loophole of like, because like my grandpa was a race car driver.
Was he
But,
really?
Yeah, like
Oh,
in the
that's
old
so
old
cool.
times,
I
like
didn't know this.
yeah, and like when I got my Fiat, and he
Mm.
came out and he was like, "We're used to race cars,"
That's
and I was like, "Okay,
awesome.
Grandpa." So part of me wants to say that it's the middle one,
Mm.
but at the same time, there's a part of me that's like,
3 cars in 2 days.
yeah, that's like, I feel like maybe it's like a wider gap of time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with the car one is the least is the
Is the
lie.
lie.
Yeah.
Okay, no, are we keeping you in suspense and you're going to tell me yours, or should I just tell you now? What am I lying
Let's
about?
you tell me, and then because then I can ask you questions about it, and then we'll move to mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm actually really bad at memorizing Shakespeare.
Are you?
Yeah, I really am.
Frick!
So,
I'm not sack.
I have memorized a sonnet, and I'm working on another one. But like, no, as far as like memorizing whole speech,
Dude, memorizing is one of the things
Yeah.
that when in seminary when they're like memorize these scriptures, I was like, I'm gonna fail this class that has
See,
no
I
failures.
use the cheat code though. Like anytime I go and I memorize something, I do the cheat code where you like write down the first letter of it so that you can just read it in like, IRT,
Oh,
that kind of
yeah,
stuff. So you can
yeah.
still read it, and then once you've said it a billion times,
Yeah, it just
that's
comes
the only way
out.
to do it. Yeah.
Oh,
So like I
frick.
memorized sonnet 29 because I heard Dame Judi Dench do it on the Graham Norton show, and I
Yeah.
thought, hey, I want to do that.
Okay.
And so that's the only one I've memorized. Like I didn't
Oh
even
my
do Hamlet in high
gosh.
school because it was too hard.
Frick.
But the thing is like I understand way more of Shakespeare than I can like either explain to other people
Yeah.
or to actually say,
You
because
just
there's
get
so
it?
much. Yeah, like I get it. It's like those people who like can hear another language and they understand what's being said, but they
Mhm.
cannot then speak it.
Like, oh yeah.
So
yeah.
like my presentation of Shakespeare, anytime I actually like read it out loud or say it, is just awful. I sound terrible.
Oh no. Yeah.
So Barone's speech, I have always wanted to memorize it, but
Mhm.
it's just, come on, it's
No,
like
that's-
so long. It's like
Well, if it's so
180
long-
lines or
Ah!
something. Like it's
Oh my
so long,
gosh.
and like sonnets are 14 lines, and I'm still like, wait,
That's
was that
crazy.
haste or was it stay? What was it? I don't remember. So
Oh my gosh.
no, but I do have sonnet 29 in my back pocket. If anyone ever asks me what your favorite sonnet is, I'm like, sonnet 29.
Excuse
It's
me.
it's the one that ends with, for thy sweet love remembered still, such wealth brings that then I scorn to change my state with kings. So I love it because it's like, it doesn't matter your whole life, whatever's going on, however disgraced you are, however sad you are, if you have somebody that you love,
Mhm.
then you're
Then you're
then
golden.
you're golden.
Oh,
You're golden. So
well,
yeah.
that's a nice one.
Yeah, this is how I'm getting through my housing crisis because I'm with Ben. I'm like, I've got my
I still-
husband. I'm okay.
I still like my guy.
Yeah, but that's the
Okay.
only one. Okay, so now, what questions do you have about the other two? Killing 3
Um,
cars.
Am I right about the car driver where he's just like a neighbor and he was just
No.
was like, oh, okay.
No, this is a guy I went to high school with, and his
Oh my
family.
gosh.
They were legit racers. At the time, they were trying to
Wait,
break.
what kind of racer? Like,
So
oh,
sprint
just speed,
racer-
just
just speed
okay,
racers, yeah.
just that.
So
not like,
just like my car is faster than yours. I'm not trying to beat you like around a circle or something. It's just
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna push the gas and go straight because it's
Okay.
out on the salt flats.
oh, right,
So they
right,
were
that makes
working
sense.
on the 409 mile an hour, or like breaking 409 is
Oh,
what they were trying to do.
frick.
So he was a cool guy. He was a senior. I was a junior, or maybe it was, yeah. We were just a year apart in high school, and like he was so cool.
Yeah.
Like, he was way cool, and I liked him so much. Anyway, but I didn't have my driver's license, and like my parents were way too busy to teach me how to drive. And he's like, "What the flip? You don't know how to drive?" And I'm like, "No, I don't know how to drive." He's like, "We're going."
Did you not have class?
Well, so I
Was
no.
That, am I the only one who went through driver's ed in freaking high school?
No, I did go through driver's ed, but not before this. So
Oh,
he
okay,
taught me
okay.
before.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
So,
I'm like,
but
what?
yeah, he tried to teach me driving a giant like Bronco car, and
Oh,
like it
yeah?
had no power steering. And it was so awful. So then we got
Oh,
into his
no.
like his cool car. And I can't remember. I wish I could remember the model of his car because it was like a sports car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do I not have that in my brain? It wasn't a Camaro. I know it wasn't a Camaro, but it was like
Do you know?
a sports car.
Okay.
Anyway, it was a nice car, and that's how I learned how to drive.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's
It
cool.
was cool. It was really fun. So, yeah. Anyway, I often wonder what happened to him.
What the?
Like, I'm just curious because I know that he didn't stay in racing because he had brothers that stayed with the family and finished
Yeah.
racing, and I think
It made
afterward.
it sound ominous, like he
No,
died.
no,
Like
he
he fell in
didn't
a
die.
well and that
I
was
know.
it.
No,
He
he's
whoop,
just like
there
he
he
died.
went.
His car blew up. No, no, I don't know what
frick.
happened to him. I just don't know. But
He
I
just
thought
drove
I
to the salt
heard
flats
he became a lawyer, which I think is really
Oh,
funny from
frick.
race
And
car driver to
Can you
lawyer.
not like look him up on Facebook or something? Be one of those people.
I could.
Google his name.
I've
see
never
if
thought
he's
about
big enough.
stalking him before. It'd be interesting to find out.
Oh my
But
gosh.
anyway, he
Give it a
probably
Google
would,
tonight.
maybe he
Put
probably
it on
wouldn't remember me.
incognito mode just in case he's like a hacker.
Okay, so yes, I did learn how to drive from a race car driver.
Okay.
And then the last one, I really did kill 3 cars in one weekend.
Oh my gosh.
It was awful. It was horrible. I didn't have a cell phone at the time.
Yeah,
And so like I was like an hour and a half away from home, and I had been at like one of these fencing parties.
Uh-huh.
So I was dressed up as a belly dancer. Okay, like harem pants, like slit up to my thigh, and like
Yeah.
belly dancing shirt and the whole bit. Of course, I had like an undershirt on because I was a
Sure.
good girl, but like still like jingly bells and the whole bit.
Right,
So
right.
it's 2 a.m. in the morning,
Oh my gosh.
and we get out on the freeway. My car dies, like all the electronics in the car dead, right?
Oh.
And I was all the way over in the left lane, so I had no power steering, crank
Oh
this
my
car
gosh.
all the way over to the side, try
Yeah.
not to get hit and die,
yeah.
and then like it wouldn't turn back on.
Oh.
Like the lights just flickered in the car, like at me, just like laughing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I
What
didn't
the
have a
frick?
coat, I didn't have a cloak, I had nothing. So in my belly dancing outfit, I start walking down the freeway in the middle of the night, and I'm like, I'm gonna die.
That's insane.
I'm gonna die. I
Jingle,
really did.
jingle,
Jingle,
I'm sad.
yeah,
My
like-
car's busted back there. Please don't
Like,
anyone take
yeah,
me.
semi trucks, flying
oh my
by, whatever.
gosh.
Anyway, so I'm like, this is the end. This is how I die. Anyway,
Mhm.
so from across the freeway, this car SUV pulls off in front of me,
Mhm.
and like I'm like, I'm gonna get kidnapped. This is what's gonna happen right now.
Stop.
Anyway, so I walked up to the back of this thing, and this cute little old lady, she like not little old, but she was older than me at the time, so everybody was old. But
Oh,
she like leans out the window and goes, she needs some help. I'm like, yes. So I start crying, and I climb in the back of this person's car. Remember, this is in the middle of the night. Anyway, so they like hand me their cell phone. I'm like, who can you call? So I call my family. I called them 6 times, and
Oh my
no, they
gosh.
didn't
The
answer.
same person?
Yeah, like my household. My
Oh,
house.
my house
yeah.
phone?
So like the house phone, and no one answered. No
Bro,
one answered. No one answered. And this is the middle of the night. Like, where
freaking-
are you? Like, I
Yeah.
had 4 people were living at home at the time.
What
Where
the
were
frick?
they? Anyway, so then I call my friends that were still at the party, and they were at the party, so they didn't hear their phones,
Oh.
right? But my ex-boyfriend had been at the party, and we had left at the same time,
Mhm.
and so I knew he was still awake. So I had to call my ex-boyfriend and be like, "Can you save me, please?" And he was like, "Yes." So the couple drives me down to like an IHOP,
Yeah.
and the dude was so sweet. He gave me a $5 bill to go get. He said, "Go get a
Thank-
coffee or something." I'm like, "Oh, thanks. I don't drink coffee, but thank you."
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll get something
Anyway,
for my tears.
we
Yeah.
go into I go into this IHOP, and like it was the waiter was like looking me up and down like I was not worthy to be dragged in. It was just the funniest thing. Anyway, so whatevs. My ex-boyfriend comes, picks me up. It takes us like a whole hour to get back to his house. I'm using his cell phone to call my family. No one's answering. No
Oh
one's
my
answering. No one's
gosh,
answering.
I'd be
like,
miffed.
I
Like,
was
more
so
than miffed.
mad.
When I
No.
walked in the house, I'd slam the doors. I'd
Oh.
stomp through.
Just wait.
I'd be like, "F you guys.
No, I was pretty pissed.
Don't
Anyway,
freaking
so
talk to me."
I had to spend the night at his house.
Nice.
It was awful, and like his parents, his mom and his dad and his stepmom were like, and I'm like, yeah, I know.
I
Like,
didn't
I don't
want
wanna
to do
be
this.
here. Yeah. Anyway, so like, and I had this is 2 weeks after I'd broken my neck. So I
Oh,
had
for
broken my
heaven's
neck. I'm
sakes.
feeling like garbage. It's late in the middle of the night. My family's not answering.
You're dressed
so
like
I'm
a belly dancer?
Yeah, I'm a belly dancer. Like it's awful,
Oh,
right? So
no.
then he was very sweet, and he was kind of like a massage therapist in training. So he like gave me a neck rub, and then he put me to sleep in his bed, and he took the couch.
Oh,
That is
frick.
like the saddest nap I've ever taken.
Yeah.
And I was only asleep for 2 hours because we're like, okay, so we got to get her back to Salt Lake, or well, wherever I lived at the time. But like,
Yeah.
anyway, so
Yeah.
we got to get her up there because his dad needed to catch a flight.
Oh, frick.
So in the morning, we had to get up early to go take the car, my mom's dead car, because I was borrowing her car,
Yeah.
to the dealership. So
Oh.
we got that delivered to the dealership.
At this point, since they didn't answer, I'd be like, "It's on the freeway.
Yeah.
It's
got
on
it
the
to a
freeway.
dealership. We got it to a dealership.
Unfortunate."
And then I hopped in his dad's car,
Mhm.
and while we're driving on the freeway, this pipe comes off of like a utility truck. It's about 6 inches long. It's one of those metal pipes, for like sprinklers or whatever.
Yeah.
Bounces off, and like I could see it, like time slowed
And you're driving
down.
it?
No, I wasn't driving.
Oh, okay. I was
Jerry was
like-
driving. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway,
His name was Jerry.
His name was Jerry. And
Oh,
he was
sorry, Jerry's.
he was the tiny bit creepy too, so it was kind of hard. Anyway, so it was like I'm in a belly dancing outfit and you're kind of a creeper, so
Oh
it
my
was like I'm not
gosh.
really wanting to be with you right now. So it was an awful drive, very awkward.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh.
so this pipe pops up off the freeway,
Mhm.
ding ding and it hits the driver's side
Ooh.
right in front of Jerry's face. Like right in
Like
front
in
of
the
his
windshield?
face. Yeah,
or
in the
like
windshield. Like in the windshield.
What the
So
frick?
what it did to the windshield, though, because, you know, safety glass breaks on purpose, like,
Mhm.
intelligently.
Yes.
But it sent all, like, the whole windshield just, like, into the car.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
like, all over us. It was just, like, when I explained it to people, it was like, if you could imagine being in a tornado of glitter, that's what it was
Yeah.
like. Just,
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
it hit so hard, and the glass hit so hard, it was like hitting the back of the car and coming
Yeah.
forward and hitting
And
us
hitting
again in the
again?
head.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So it was just bam, bam, bam. It was hitting off the side of the windows and smacking us and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And of course, like, bless his soul, how he managed this, I will never know. He kept that car going straight, and of course, he started cussing a blue streak, like,
Well, yeah,
like
when you,
swear words I've
like-
never heard before.
Oh my.
Like, like so many swears.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we get off, we go to a gas station, we vacuum up the car. But the funniest thing, not funniest thing, I mean funny, like, haha. Not
Funny now,
weird,
years
not
later.
Yeah, anyway. He got out of the car and he shook his hair.
Yeah.
And just glass just poured down into a puddle around his feet.
Ugh.
And then, like, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was shaking out my belly dancing clothes, jingle, 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 glass
Oh,
everywhere. Right?
Magica.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so then we're both still, like, shaking. He's like, I have a plane to catch. We gotta go. So we get back in the car.
With
and
no
then-
windshield.
With no windshield. I mean, well, it kind of like on my side it still had some, but it was, like, indented in a
Thank
little
you.
bit. But we're
I'm
on the
free.
freeway for another 45 minutes.
Oh
you know.
my gosh.
Anyway, so we get to my house, and it's Sunday morning, and my family's going to church. And my dad goes, so are you going to church? And I was like,
double
no.
flip him off and be like, don't even effing talk to me, you freaking people.
I have a broken neck.
I would
I'm
be
still
so
in my
mad.
belly dancing outfit. I
I
had to
would
sleep at my
be
ex-boyfriend's house last
so
night. It was awful.
mad.
Anyway, so... Okay. Anyway.
I'm mad for you.
I'm
like,
so glad.
Oh
this is
my-
preposterous, this whole story, and it's not done
we're
yet.
not even to
Okay, we're not even
preposterous.
done.
I would be pissed, dude. Like, I don't think you understand.
Anyway, I went to sleep, and I was so upset and so tired and just in so much pain that I didn't even care. Like, I just laid down in my bed in my belly dancing
Yes,
clothes.
yes.
When I got up, jingle, jingle on
Yeah.
the floor, whatever. But then I was getting undressed, because you do,
Right? Oh my
there was
gosh.
glass in my bra.
Oh no.
That's how much glass was everywhere.
Freak.
Like, it was that much glass. And I had just slept
Wow.
with the glass, because I'm like, I don't care!
I'll just keep it.
Just keep it. Anyway, so that was car number 2.
Uh-huh.
And he just parked it at the airport, and they had to tow it away and everything. But he made his flight on time. So,
Yay!
anyway, so the next day, I'm driving this beat up old car that I share with my brother. Like, it's so old, it's so beat up that, like, you can put the keys in the ignition, turn the car on, and then take the keys out.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those kind of
Yeah.
cars. Anyway, so the gas gauge was faulty on it.
Nice.
And as I'm going through an intersection,
And you're driving, he's
I'm
driving.
driving this time.
Okay.
So again, all the electronics, everything in the car just turns off.
No way.
As I'm going through this intersection. I'm like, oh my gosh, again! So, like, fortunately, there was a gas station I was able to crank the car into
Oh my
before, like, the
gosh.
momentum died.
Just get out,
Oh,
leave
man.
it, be like, keep it.
Yeah,
Whatever's
that's it,
happening. I'm
done.
just gonna
Anyway.
walk to somewhere.
I was so pissed off. Anyway, so I pulled the car into the gas station, and I realized what it was. It was the faulty gas gauge. We didn't have enough gas in the car.
Okay.
So, but while I'm sitting there filling the car up, I'm like, this is it. I'm buying my own cell phone. So that's
Yeah.
when I got my first cell
Oh
phone.
my gosh.
But, like,
Is that what you know what I would do? I'd be like, I'm never driving again. I would just that's what I said when this car that
Yeah.
I have,
Mhm.
if it gets taken away, quote unquote taken away, meaning someone else hits it or the nature hits it or whatever, I'm never gonna
You're
get
just
a car
done.
again. That's it. I'll quit my job because I don't have to go anywhere, and then that's it. Because no,
So, that was a rough weekend. Man.
I bet I'd be like, don't even talk to me. I'm not leaving the house.
It was funny.
Feel free to not
No.
answer your phone. It's not me. I'd be
So,
like,
Do you know how my family gets together every year and, like, writes essays?
yeah.
Okay, so this is the essay that I just wrote for my family this year. I wrote this
the
whole
essay's
thing.
on answering your phone when it rings.
Yeah, anyway.
Okay.
So no, my mom's response was, "Where were we that we were so unconcerned about you?" And I'm like, "I know."
You're like, that's
Where were you?
exactly why I wrote this essay, because I don't freaking
Where were
know.
you? Anyway, I tallied up how many times I had called them throughout,
That
that
set,
whole
yeah.
whole set.
Yeah.
I had called them 11 times
And
they
no
hadn't
answers.
answered. And I had called my friends at the party like four
Yeah,
times or whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, I had called so many people to get there.
I'd be like, I don't care about any of you anymore. You obviously don't care about me.
The sleep-
I'd be so mad.
Oh man, sleeping in my ex-boyfriend's bed while he was on the couch. I need
Yeah,
to make
no.
sure everyone understands we were not sleeping together. But yeah, that was awful. That was like literally, I think that might be the worst night of my life. Maybe second worst night of my life. It was
Wow.
awful. So yeah. Anyway, 3 cars in one weekend.
That's crazy. All
There you
right.
go.
Why do you drive? I wouldn't drive.
All right, I talked too much. Your turn.
Okay,
lie
well,
to me. Lie to me.
I was say this is gonna be easy because mine are like way simple. No backstories, no nothing.
Yeah, but I don't know.
But
see, that's the thing is I'm not gonna know.
Mine are like when you get into school and they're like, tell the two truths in a lie, and you're like, do I like red and blue or blue and green or pink? Which one is it? Which one's the lie? And they say, blue, green.
So you're right. So now the thing is like, how well can you lie? Because I had to rely on sensationalism. How can you rely on your poker face? That's what we're going for.
I'm just gonna flat out tell you, and then you're just gonna have to go with it.
All right, tell me your lies.
Okay,
tell me your truth. Tell me lies. Lie
They're
to
all
me.
lies. It's fine.
They're all lies.
It's like I wasn't going for the reverse, whatever that I was worried about. Mine are all just lies, and you're gonna just be bamboozled. Okay, so mine are super easy.
Okay.
Mine is I'm into Formula 1 is my first one.
Okay.
My second one is I've played violin for 6 years.
Okay.
And then my third one is I don't actually like the color yellow. I just like yellow because everyone else doesn't like yellow.
That sounds.
Because I'm a
you.
hipster. I don't know if you guys have realized that, but
I mean, we've never talked about that before. Bobby the hipster.
Yeah. I literally am thinking about changing my fencing name because someone else named their real child my fencing name.
Oh no.
So
don't do it. We'll all be too confused.
No, half the people already call me by my real name versus my fake name, and I'm just gonna be like, it's my middle name.
It's your middle name.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
If you're from fencing, don't worry about it. When it comes about, it comes about. Or if it even does.
All right.
Anyways.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
you like Formula One.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you like Formula One. You like, you don't actually like the color yellow. You just like it because you're a hipster. And then the middle one is you played the violin for 6 years.
Yeah.
Oh, we have never talked about music, have we? I have no idea.
I think we talked about music as in recommendations, but I don't think it got
we?
anywhere near. Like, we don't take recommendations for. And maybe those were just movies.
Maybe. Oh yeah, no, I thought
But
it
I
was
think
just
that's
movies.
the closest we've gotten. I think.
Do you even like music? We've never even talked about this at all.
My instinct is to say no, but
Like, when
like
you're
right
in the
now
car, do you listen
I
to
go.
radio?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other times I just sit in silence and think about life or whatever. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. But I also like, even though I say no, I DJ for my mom's. My mom does scorekeeping, and I go and I DJ for those games. Like today,
okay.
I just did 5 hours of DJing.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, so maybe
So like,
you're capable, but might
I'm
not be your
capable.
favorite.
No, I totally, and I love dancing. So
Okay.
like, whatever. You know what I mean?
I didn't know that either. You could use
I
that.
love it. Like Zumba classes. If I could go to Zumba classes every single day, I would.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, well, now
I
see,
love
I've
it.
learned more things. You can never
Yeah.
use that in Two Truths and a Lie. Okay.
Gotcha now.
Gotcha
Write
now.
this
So
down.
when you were playing violin, was it just like in the school orchestra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like yeah.
See, now that's really believable though, because like everybody just plays something, or they sing, right?
Yeah.
But I know that you weren't in choir,
How do you know?
because I know.
Why do you know that?
I just know. I thought your art credit was art. So like
I took art classes.
Yeah, I know, but so like that's why I'm like, it's gotta
Am
be
I
the
supposed to lie
violin.
to you right now?
Yes, you're lying to me.
Okay.
Keep lying to me.
Because I'm just gonna answer. I'm gonna
No,
answer,
no.
and you're gonna have to figure it out.
Whoa. See, I don't know though, because I thought like your art credit was art. Like, so I'm having a hard time believing that you played the violin.
What do
But
you mean? But I took art classes.
no, I know, but like usually people don't take
They don't
multiple
double
art credits.
down?
Yeah, they don't double down. They don't do
Oh.
art and violin and you know, 'cause, like
And you
maybe
pick a lane and you stay right in there. Do
maybe-
not cross. You do sculpture. You don't do watercolor. Holy frick!
See, but your whole family's really artistic too. So like I'm like maybe.
Our whole family's hard to stick to. Is that
No,
what you said?
you're artistic. Your whole family's
Oh,
artistic.
artistic.
Yeah, like artistic, not autistic. Artistic.
Oh no!
Like you're
Sometimes
creative.
I worry about myself, but it's fine.
You're good. No, okay. So like, all right, and then like Formula One.
Am I supposed to be answering? You didn't answer.
No.
I just worked it through.
I'm
Am I
working
supposed to
it.
be
No,
answering?
like I'm just conversating with you
I'm
right
just-
now. Don't tell me yet. I'm not guessing yet. I'm not
Okay,
guessing. I'm not
like-
guessing. Wait, I'm figuring it out.
Okay, you go.
Okay, so like Formula One. We've never talked about that either. So like,
Mhm.
Formula One's really boring though.
Why do you think it's boring?
I don't know.
What do you know about? Do you even know what Formula One is?
Yeah, I mean, not. I wouldn't be able to give a scholarly answer
No,
to this.
like
but, you know, it's just-
generic. If someone's like,
Yeah.
that Formula One, you'd be
Well,
like,
they have-
oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah, they have like a racing season. I know, like Le Mans, and they have it's Le Mans Formula One.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, but yeah, like they have like the Le
Or
Mans
do
race, and they
I?
like, or do you? She's like, yeah, don't you know all the scores?
Let me tell you.
Oh no. I feel like this would have come up in conversation before.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
I do. I feel
You just
like,
think I would just start spouting out some Formula One friggin'
well,
biz?
yeah. I mean, come on. Like,
Did you hear about that race that happened yesterday people, blah, 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 whatever.
I just feel like something fast would have come up, like a reference to something fast would have come. I don't know. Okay, so I believe that you don't actually love the color yellow. Like, that makes sense because that's very hipster of you. So, like, I'm cool with that one. So I'm pretty confident that you don't actually love the color yellow. You're probably like, meh, it's yellow.
Yeah.
So that's my guess.
So you're saying I'm trying to trick you? Where like, oh, I said love, but I'm okay with it.
No, I think
Is that what you're trying to say?
I think you told the truth when you said you don't love the color yellow. You just tell people that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's true for sure. And then I'm gonna say that you did play violin for 6 years because I feel like that's just something that just happens to you, like in school. Like,
it just happens. It comes upon.
Like it does. They force you to do crafty and arty stuff in school, even if you don't care.
Yeah, but what if I did the other arts, like you said? Not to.
Well, I think you did both. I think you did both.
So now you're in the double down lane.
I do.
You were
now
just
I am.
in the no thanks double down lane.
That's because I'm lazy and I wouldn't have done it. That doesn't mean that you live that way. So I would never have done 2 art classes. That would have been horrible.
Oh my god.
I would have rather taken 2 English classes any day. Give me 2 English classes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so no, I'm gonna say you did play violin, and that yellow is meh to you. So I'm gonna say you don't like Formula One. That's my guess. You lied about Formula One.
That's your final?
Yes, that's my
final. I just
want
to make sure before then I answer.
Tell
you're
me
like, I was just working it
through.
through.
Okay, did I get it?
No.
What? What? You like Formula One?
I have been getting into Formula One. I stayed up till 1 a.m. last night. No, I took a 30-minute nap at like midnight. But then there was a race last night for qualifying for sprint. And sprints tonight at 9:30.
No! I can't believe this! No way! That's
I'm
so
not
cool.
any sort of professional, but like I've been getting into that a lot.
No, nicely done.
Yeah.
Nicely done. You lied very well. That's incredible.
You.
Okay, so what are you watching then? Like where are you watching this? Just online?
I just like on YouTube or if so my friend let me borrow his login so now I can actually watch it. Otherwise sometimes it's on Hulu and sometimes if like none of those are working out, I just watch. There's a guy on YouTube that you can watch for free. Obviously it's on YouTube, and you can just see them go around. Like they have little circles for when they go around the track for where they are, and then they have all the times for all those things and whatever. And then he can tell you what they say on the radios and stuff, which is really cool. Dude. So there's that. The violin, I played violin. I did do both art classes.
You did?
I did creative, I went to college for, technically I went for I went for web design and then switched to graphic design. And then before that in high school, I did just take art classes, regular, creative arts or whatever, into the general. So there's that. And then I did take violin. I started in 6th grade and went till 12th grade.
Okay.
That one, you're right. It just happens.
It just happens to you, yeah.
Because my friends were like, oh, they came in in 6th grade, and my friends were like, I'm doing it because my sisters did it, and I was like, I like hanging out with my friends, so then I did it.
Okay.
Do I wish I did it? No.
It just happened.
It just happened to me, and I never bailed out.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't play now.
No.
I still have a violin, whatever. I also did guitar.
Really?
For
That's cool.
2 semesters, but that's
No.
Anyway,
like the guitar.
it's languages and instruments are my no, I can't do it sort of thing. I mean, I can do.
You can plunk it out.
I can do it, but
you don't have the soul for it, right?
I'm not a good practicer. That's the problem. So yeah, and then yellow. I do like yellow. I don't like yellow like the sun, where you're like happy yellow, like mustards or deep wheat yellow. Those yellows are good. Okay. So I really do actually like yellow.
You do actually like yellow. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
that's the
you
line.
were all tricky.
Yeah.
So tricky.
Yeah. Well,
you got it. You got me. You win.
You won. You also won.
That's true.
Whatever. Double win.
I thought we would know each other better. Isn't
That's
that funny?
What I thought so too. That's why I'm I gotta pick something, and then I was went so basic, and I was frick.
No, that's really funny.
Apparently we don't know anything.
Well, this is why we do this.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's really funny. I'm constantly amazed as we go through these how opposite we are, but how similar too.
Yeah.
It just is amazing to me.
Because we agree on a lot of stuff, I thought we were gonna disagree on quite a few things.
Yeah, so did I. But no, I think anyway. That's so. Anyway.
Anyways.
Anyway.
So welcome back to our second season. Tell your friends about us.
Yes, please. Subscribe, share, like, all those things.
Ask us all the questions that you want. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does to an extent. It matters. But ask us whatever, and we'll see if we can fit them in to answer them. Within reason, obviously. Don't be freaking lunatic weirdos.
We'll just ignore you if you want.
We'll just skip it.
We would love to hear your questions, though, for realsies. Send them to us.
Definitely. And maybe if you're, I was going to say, see if you can guess who's going to be on here, but you don't know who we know.
Yeah.
So that would be impossible.
No. We've got some good guest speakers lined up. It'll be
Yeah,
fun.
we do.
We've found some really interesting people.
Yeah.
So we'll have the return of Bobby's family. And
Yeah.
then some of our fencer friends, too.
Yep.
So
Yep. Fencing just started, so welcome back to that. Exciting.
it'll be good. It'll be good. Listen, share, like, subscribe.
Yep.
All the good stuff. Thanks, guys. We love you.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.